Family, what's good? It's your boy, and yes, we're back with yet another video. Can't stop, won't stop. It just won't allow me. It just won't allow me to stop. My being just won't allow me to stop. So I gotta keep going. It's a must. Okay. So today, family. Well, not too long ago, I had did a video entitled XERJOFF's Top 5, right? So today, I'm gonna do, I got a few more fragrances, so I need to add to that. I'm gonna do a top 15. No. We're gonna do a top 10. We're gonna do a top 10. We're not gonna be here all day, all right? Because you know how you watch YouTube, you just pull the line, just fast forward, all right? So we're gonna do a top 10. Top 10 of my top 10 XERJOFF fragrances. That's what we're gonna do today. So, to first time viewers, I like to say welcome to Suits and Scents. Thank you for tuning into the channel. And to my returning viewers and my subscribers, as always, you are truly appreciated all the time. All the time, always will be. And I thank you. I truly thank you. But for the first time viewers, of course, all YouTubers need your subscriptions. Of course. I need your subscription. I truly would appreciate your subscription. But before you subscribe, go back to Suits and Scents and check out some of the previous videos. Okay? Check the style out. Check the content out. Check the information out. See if it's to your liking. Alright? If it is, then subscribe. Drop a comment, as always. Please, even if you're not going to subscribe, still drop a comment. Talk to your boy. I respond to all my comments. Read some of the comments that were written. See if it tickles your fancy. If the channel is entertaining to you, somewhat appealing, let your boy know. All right, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right, let's move on. We're gonna get into my top 10 XERJOFF fragrances. All right, family. And that's what we're gonna do today. So don't go nowhere. Come on back. Let's get into this top 10 XERJOFF. Alright, family. As always, pineapple juice. That is the best defense against COVID. Pineapple juice. Your lungs will thank you. Got my pineapple juice. Got my candle. As always, it's a must. Can't have one without the other. Alright. So, family, our first fragrance up on deck in the 10th spot is none other than La Capitale. Alright? La Capitale. Now, yeah, it's been said that this is a female fragrance, which is true. It's kind of on the sweet side, all right? But it's appealing to me. I truly do like it. I do. Now, my statement, my motto is, I have two mottos, two statement pieces that come with it. I'm the king of overspraying and nose gassing, all right? With this, you cannot overspray. You can't. It can become somewhat of a nuisance. 2 sprays and you're good. That's all you need. It's just that powerful. The sweetness is just that powerful. It will almost become a nuisance. Isn't that strange? A fragrance is that good to where if you overspray it become a nuisance. So 2 sprays and you're good. You don't need nothing else. This came out in 2018. It'll run you probably about 150, 160, if that. Shouldn't even need no more. Now this right here I call my fruit basket. Alright? Because of the strawberry and the peach. That's dominant in this La Capitale. That's the most dominant thing in here. And the caramel and the rose just adds to the sweetness. Okay? Now, I'm not telling you or saying that it's a complete feminine scent, because it's not. It has a little bit of masculinity to it. Just a little bit. It's just kind of on the softer side with the strawberry, the peach, the rose, and the caramel. But when the leather, saffron, amber, and ginger kick in, there you go. There you go. Now, the fruit basket, that's the main accord. That sticks with it from beginning to end. Okay, if you overspray, that's what's going to become the nuisance part. Because the leather is really light, the saffron is really light, the ginger is really light, The rose, the strawberry and the peach, that sticks with it, okay? But still a good scent, still a good scent. 2 sprays is all you need. Summertime, that's beautiful. 2 sprays and you good. You good. You don't need nothing. But me, I'm gonna wear a fragrance whenever I want to wear it. I don't care what season it is. If I want to wear it that day, I'm wearing it. That's just me. Alright, let's move to the next. Alright family, next up on deck is none other than Mom Luke. Now I call this fragrance, I gave it my own title. I call this the Godfather because it's just so freaking smooth. This is one of the smoothest fragrances that XERJOFF has. I'm telling you, I call this the Godfather. It came out in 2012. This also should run you no more than probably 180, if that, for that size. The perfumer for this was Chris Maurice. He did quite a few for the XERJOFF. Really good scents. What grabbed me in this Mom Luke, I'm telling you, the honey, the caramel, and the agarwood. That's it. That's what got me. Yeah, it has jasmine, some vanilla, some bergamot in there, but what sticks out is the honey, caramel, and agarwood. Now, when I say honey and caramel, it's not sweet at all. It's more of a adult type of honey, like not like the sweet honey, but like that pure honey. They got that little kick to it. That's what it's like. And it is absolutely, if you have never smelled this, I suggest you do so. You will not be disappointed. You will love Mom Luke. You will love it. This also was composed by Chris Maurice. Alright? Okay, let's get to the next one. Alright fam, next one up on deck is Farce. I mean, XERJOFF has some bangers. This one also came out in 2012. It was done by Chris Maurice. This should run you for the same price. Between 150 and 180, should be no more. What got me in this one, it has a little sweet kick to it. Really mild. But the citrus note with the bergamot, the floral with the lavender and the juniper. Oh man, that's what did it for Farce for me. The floral and the citrus, you know, in the opening that gave it little ooh, you know what I'm saying? You ever have a smell of fragrance and you go ooh, yeah, that's what that did to me. And then to close it out, you got some geranium, jasmine, and cedar. Okay, that's in the base. All right, but man, when this thing is finished and all said and done, you have patchouli, sandalwood, and vetiver. Just add something beautiful, magical. I'm telling you, you'll love it. You'll love it. You gotta try it out. Like I say, 2012, also by Chris Maurice. Should run you the same price range as the previous two, and you won't be disappointed in them. All right. So let's get to number 7. All right, family. Number 7 spot. This one dropped a little because I had this higher when I did my top 5. This was higher, but you ever have an experience where you smelled the fragrance or sniffed the fragrance and it didn't hit you quite right, but then some time passed and you went back and smelled it again and it was just completely different and it just floored you, wowed you, amazed you, knocked you out? That happened to me with some of the top fragrances that's on this list. So some things got shifted around, some things got demoted, all right? Some things got promoted, and that's where we at now. So Richwood had a little demotion, but it's still a good scent, all right? Still a good scent. That's in the 7th spot, Richwood. This came out in 2010, okay? And the reason that this hit me, in the opening, you have that citrus accord, okay, with the tangerine, bergamot, and grapefruit. You do, but it doesn't stay long. You know, it comes in, introduces itself, says hello, and then you know he's out the back door, and then the rose and the currant come in. Now that kind of stick around for a while. They sit down and have a seat, you know, eat some hors d'oeuvres because you got the patchouli, sandalwood, vanilla, musk, and lavender. Okay, those are the ones that are throwing the party. Me, I'm a lover of patchouli. I love patchouli. I do. I think patchouli is a good neutralizer for any fragrance. It'll tone it down if you add the right amount. But that's Richwood. It's a good safe scent. This size right here run you about 600. All right. It might be a little cheaper now, but it was 600 when I purchased it. Cause I was just I really liked it. I really did. But now I come to find out that there's really not a need to buy the larger size if you have a nice amount of fragrances, because you're not gonna use it. I mean, like I had this thing, I don't know how long I had it, and I barely scratched the surface of it. When I did a video about, does size really matter? Check that video out. It's, pretty good. But anyhow, getting back to this, Richwood is in the 7th spot. Came out 2010. This will run you about 600. If you can get it cheaper, snatch it up, because it's worth having. It's a really good scent. Okay. All right, let's continue on. Let's get to the 6th spot. All right, family. In the 6th spot, we have none other than Luxor. Now you're talking about, this is a man scent right here. It says it's gender neutral, but to me, to my nose, this is a man scent. This came out in 2020. This also was done by Mr. Chris Maurice, and this size should run you around the same price range between 150, 180, should be no more. Now, what got me in this one was the oud. You have two types of oud. You have Thailand oud and Cambodian oud, and they are there from the opening to the closing. And they mixed in a little cinnamon, leather, and cardamom in the opening. But the leather and the oud sticks with it throughout, so that's what gives us this kick. It's a strong scent, but not pungent. Okay. It's not that stinky oud. It's a kind of a sweet type of oud, really, with me, because they added some patchouli to calm it down. Okay, and you got some cedar in there, some tobacco, and some myrrh. Now, the tobacco, the both types of oud, and the leather, those are the dominant scents that in there that stick with it, and they're not going nowhere. They come in the front door, they sit down, they take their shoes off, and they done cut the TV on and looking at the game. That's what those scents do. They're not going nowhere. They stand right there. But like I say, it's not overbearing. It's not. Oh man, this is. I'm gonna have to just spray this one. Luxor is a beautiful scent. You'll love it. Okay, won't go wrong with it. I guarantee you on that one. All right, let's get to the 5th spot. We're in the top 5 now. All right, got some changes. All right, family. In the 5th spot, we have Overture. I told you with some changes. All right. Oh man, the velvet bottles, come on, they are a hit. Come on, really? Nobody else thought of that. The velvet bottles are just a work of art. You can't say it's not. Anybody can disagree with that? Drop me a comment. Had to get a sip. This came out in 2019. This also was done by Mr. Chris Maurice. Chris Maurice did quite a few of XERJOFF fragrances. Really good. This should run you probably about the same price range. This might go 200. If you can get it cheaper, get it. But still should be between 150 and 200, if that. All right. Now, what got me in this one, in the opening, it's a little citrus with the orange, and it's also a little floral with the magnolia and the Bulgarian rose. It opens like that, little floral. But then you got some cinnamon and some ylang-ylang that come in there. Like I say, it's the floral with the rose and some jasmine. Forgot about the jasmine. You got some jasmine in here and the rose that stick with it. Add a little floral to it, so it's a little on the sweet side. But then you got the sandalwood, the vanilla, and the cashmere wood that come in. That's really what gives this distinct scent, is the cashmere wood. Oh man, I'm telling you, try Overture. You'll like it. You really will. Just for the bottle alone. If you are a collector, just get it for the bottle. Those velvet bottles are nice. They really are. You'll really like it. Okay? That's in the 5th spot. Alright? Let's get to number 4. Okay. I get it. I know. In the 4th spot, Alexandria. Really? But hey, I told you, it's some changes at the top. Some people got demoted, some people got promoted. Alright? Alexandria got demoted. What I had this? I think I had this tied for first last time in my top 5. But hey, I told you things hit my nose differently when I went back and smelled a few things. When I went back and sniffed a few things, hey, it was a little different. So Alexandria is now in the 4th spot. Everybody already know about Alexandria. This size will run you probably about 600. Everybody already know the notes in it. It's still a beautiful scent. I still rocks it. I do. I rocks Alexandria too. You cannot go wrong with it. This was also done by Chris Maurice. This came out in 2012. And the beautiful part about Alexandria too is, to me, is the rosewood, the lavender, and the apple when you first spray it. And you know, it's a beautiful opening. And then when that dry down, you get the rose, the lily of the valley, and little woodsy notes with some cedar, some vanilla, some musk, some sandalwood, and all of those notes are very sweet, but then they add a little oud to it. Not a lot of oud. If on the dry down, the oud comes through slightly, okay? On the dry down, but not in the opening. Only on the dry down. And the dry down is where the magic happens with Alexandria too. And it just turns into a beautiful scent. It really does. I like it, but it's in the 4th spot, okay? All right, let's get to number 3. Okay, in the 3rd spot, family, when I first smelled this fragrance, it wasn't too appealing to me. It wasn't. And then some time had passed. I went back, took another sniff of it, and I was like, this can't be the same scent. Have any of you ever experienced that? You took a sniff of a fragrance and it wasn't appealing to you, and then some time passed and you went back and sniffed it again. It was just completely different. It hit your nose in just a completely different way than it was before. Or am I just the only one? I don't know, but that's what happened with this number 4 spot. No, number 3 spot. I'm sorry. And it's none other than Ivory Route. Man, yeah, I know. Yeah, it just hit me different. I love it. I really do. I love it. This also came out in 2012. Had some really good fragrance to come out for XERJOFF. It really did. 2012, that was a monster year for them. This should run you about $150. It should be no more than that. If you pay more than that, then you got. It should be no more than $150. Okay. In here you have some spicy notes, sandalwood, patchouli, and basil. It's the spicy notes in here that really makes this stand out. Okay, the sandalwood adds a little sweetness to it, just a little bit, but the spice in here on the dry down is absolute killer. The dry down on this one, most XERJOFF fragrances, the dry down is where the magic happens to my nose. Okay. And this one is no different. You will not be disappointed, okay? That's the 3rd spot, and it's Ivory Route. Alright, let's get to number 2. Okay, family. And the number 2 spot is, well, it's either going to be 1 or 2. Well, actually, number 2 spot really could be just up for grabs. But when I put this up here, I know everybody's going to be like, what? And, of course, it's Naxos. So now they got you wondering, what in the world could be number 1? Hey, like I told you, some things got promoted, some things got demoted. Alright? Naxos was in the number 1 spot for my top 5. It was. Now I'm not saying that it's still not a banger. It is. But right now, certain fragrances are hitting my nose different. Alright? Maybe it's because I've had this for a while and the number 1 spot is not a new fragrance, but it's newer than Naxos. Okay, and it's just hitting me different. So they ain't even no need to talk about Naxos because we know what what's up with Naxos. Everybody knows about it. Okay, it's a known fragrance. It's popular fragrance. It's still a banger. It's still beast mode. It's still a crowd favorite. Everybody loves it. All right. So let's just move on to what the excitement is all about. Let's get to the number 1 spot. Okay, family, we have arrived at the number 1 spot for my top 10 XERJOFF fragrances. Alright? Hold on a second. I gotta take a sip. Because I know when I didn't have Naxos, when I know I didn't have Alexandria, or 40 Knots wasn't in this. A couple of them, you know, that probably Symphonium, probably were your favorites or whatever. Tony Iommi, Oud Overdose. No, none of those were in here because, like I say, it's to my nose. Then your list could be different, but this is to my nose. All right. So without further ado, my number one is More Than Words. Yes. I fell in love with this as of late to be just absolutely beautiful. To my nose now, it's absolutely beautiful, right? This also was done by Mr. Chris Maurice. Ah, man. I mean, it's not too feminine. It's not too masculine. It's just right down the middle. I mean, even tone right down the middle. More Than Words, this also came out, I think, in 2012. And this should run you probably about the same price, between $150 and $180. Should be no more than two, if that, because it's been out a while. What gets me in this is the agarwood, the fruity notes, the floral notes. It got some oriental notes in it, and some woody notes, some olibanum. I mean, it's just blended to where, man, on Autumn Spring. That's the Luxor. I'm telling you. Not to get back off the number one, but that Luxor, when it dry down, that tobacco comes in and absolute beautiful. I'm telling you, man. More Than Words, to me, is the best scent that you can wear for any occasion. Any occasion. Weddings, funeral, bar mitzvahs, stripper party, presidential inaugurations, a seance, anything. I'm telling you, More Than Words is the best fragrance for any occasion. Now, I'm making light of the situation, but it is to me. And if you disagree, then you disagree. But More Than Words, I'm telling you, that's that beast right there. All right, family, that's my time. I thank y'all for tuning into the channel. I thank you for watching again. Like I said, to my first time subscribers, of course I want your subscription. Of course I want you to subscribe. But before you do, go back and check out some of the previous videos from Suits and Scents, of course from your boy, and see how it hits you. See if it's entertaining, if it's informative, if it tickles your fancy, or anything like that. Drop a comment. Even if you don't subscribe, still drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me your honest opinion. Because, hey, I'm not perfect. Critiquing is what I do, all right? We all should do that because none of us are perfect. Only one perfect person walked this earth, all right? Now, that was my top 10 for XERJOFF. As always, family, I consider you my family. I hope you consider me your family, okay? So, we're going to keep going. We can't stop, won't stop. Until the next video, family. Deuces.